Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is K. Jamal Jones. This is Row TRS. Row TRS, and today's topic is 100. Man, as I'm sitting here thinking about this topic, 100, you know, we always use that word 100 to say 100%, to say for sure, to say definitely, you know. Whenever we want to put a stamp of approval on something, we say 100. And it's usually the emoji with the actual number 100 and the two lines under it. But today, when I talk about 100, I want to talk about, as a speaker, being responsible to impact 100 lives. See, I've been doing this for 11 years, and to people who don't know, you know, they think that success and stardom and being recognized by the masses just happens. They think it just comes. They think it's something that comes quickly. But I'm here to tell you that everybody who you see that has a level of success, most of them have put in years behind the scenes, years of work, years of practice, years of trial and error, years of failure. You know, most successful people have failed more than other people even try. You know, and that's why they're deemed successful, because they've tried so many different things. They've done so many different things. You know, so for me, when I talk about 100, you know, I recognize and I understand that I'm responsible for a minimum of 100 people. And I say that because going off of the information that I get from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I know that there's about anywhere between 100 to 500 people that give me feedback and let me know that they're paying attention to the videos, that the videos are impacting them some type of way. You know, so I take it upon myself to make sure that I show up every single time I do a video. So every video that you've seen, that you've watched, all is planned. It's not something that I'm just making up. It's not something that I'm shooting from the hip. You know, these are topics that come from experience, come from situations, come from things that I've gone through, things that other people have gone through, triumphs, obstacles that have been overcome, all these different things, and they're all compiled into one, so that I may be able to speak about it and you know, bring life to a situation to help you see through. So I'm dedicated to the 100 the same way I would be dedicated to the 1 million, the same way I would be dedicated to the 10 million, the same way I'll be dedicated to the 100 million, the same way I would be dedicated to the 1 billion. I'm dedicated to the 100. And see, a lot of times people look at numbers and they say, oh, well, it's not that many numbers, so we don't got to go as hard. We don't have to stay as focused. You know, it's not anybody watching right now, so, you know, we can kind of slack. We can kind of take a break. You know, there's not many people paying attention to us. But for me, and I said this before in one of my videos, even if it's just one person who's paying attention, then I have a duty, I have an obligation, excuse me, I have a call to make sure that I'm giving everything that I have to make sure that that one person who's consistently uploading the video, who's consistently paying attention to what I'm putting on Instagram, what I'm putting on Twitter, what I'm putting on Facebook, what's going on YouTube. I have an obligation to make sure that I show up every single time, you know. And that's the thing about success. You don't know when it's gonna hit, so you have to have a mindset of success. That doesn't depend on whatever the current numbers are, because you got to know in your mind and in your heart that those individuals that you're impacting now, they mean something. They matter. They look forward to whatever it is you're putting out, whatever it is you're doing. So don't ever despise small beginnings, because those beginnings lead to where you're going to go. Remember this, you can never get to $1 million unless you start with that penny. Now, we look at a penny and say, oh, it's just a penny. But you can never get to 1 million unless you have a penny somewhere in that equation. No, it's not significant in the sense of 1 million. But there's no way you can get to that million unless you start with that one. So I want to encourage you, I want to empower you, I want to inspire you to not despise small numbers. If your number is 100, stay with 100. If your number is 1,000, stay with 1,000. If your number is 50, stay with 50. Whatever your number is, you be dedicated to whatever that number is, and don't focus on where it is now. Focus on the task, focus on the work, focus on what you need to focus on so that you can get your people to the next level. So with that, I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribes to Kenyon Jones on YouTube. We're grateful for the support from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I want to remind you to always, always, always rock out with the rock stars. Thank you for watching, and God bless.